All right, with this West 2 Facebook Live update, I'm Chief Meteorologist Tony Amadolfi. The big developing story today, of course, is potential tropical cyclone 5 and where it will be headed. And it does have, for now, the potential to hit Florida. In fact, South Florida, Florida Keys, Southwest Florida there, are in the cone, which would be towards early next week, Monday/Tuesday. And that's going to be the time frame that we're going to be watching here very carefully as this storm continues to move off to the west-northwest. So we've got a lot of ground to cover. And on top of all of this, we have some wet weather here. So a lot of topics to cover. And I'm sure a lot of you folks are going to have many questions. So I'm going to get through the particulars first. Hold your questions off for just a little bit as you're trying to make your holiday weekend plans. Jason Jones, Jennifer Weatherby, Pat Pulvoni, Jojo Lovejoy, Hannah De Jesus, Lizzie Quadrado, Douglas Smith, Kevin Cochran has popped in. Good to have you there, Karen, rather. Kaylee Trainor has popped in as well. So we got a good group, a big group already. Don't forget my motto, sharing is caring. The more people we can reach, Diane, Pam, and Lulu Ferry, the more people we can reach by you guys sharing these Facebook Live feeds, the more people we can put in the Weather Known. Don't forget, by following this page, every time I go live to give an update on anything tropical or weather-wise, you'll get a notification on your phone. You can kind of pop in real quick, get the gist of what's going on, and then get all caught up weather-wise. Tina O'Wedding, Yukon Capo Greco, Lourdes Morales, Cynthia Barringer, we got Paula Cole. Boy, the feed is flying tonight. Felicia Lugo, Terry Hadilali, Patty Smith, all in the house tonight. Bring on the rain. Patty, we've had a lot of rain. All right, so let's focus in. Let's get a couple of these graphics in here, rocking and rolling, shaking and baking, and kind of do what we do each and every night. So there's a look now at our potential tropical cyclone right there. That's slow, gradual development based on what the National Hurricane Center believes is going to be happening here over the next couple of days. Obviously, land interaction is going to be a big deal. If it goes over Hispaniola or Cuba, as we've been telling you for years, there's some very high terrain there, and that would wreak havoc on the overall circulation. Hector Colon, Jeannie, Fatima, Colleen, Mary, Jeff, we've got you guys covered here. We're going to just take our time and drive right on through all of this and give you guys the best insights we can give you as of right now. Dina Fitzpatrick has shared. Lucy Oceans has shared. Margaret Knoll, Rochester Williams. There we go. Good to have you guys in there. I appreciate you popping in and saying hi. So there is 2 p.m. on Monday. South Florida could potentially be in the cone. And this thing's going to oscillate. It's not, I mean, these tracks are kind of all over the place. So let me kind of break this down. I know a lot of, if you have family down in the Bahamas and down in the Caribbean. So Martinique right around 2 p.m. on Friday. Sally Anderson is sharing. I love that. There's a look now south of San Juan, the core. You'll get some rain there. We'll have to watch that for the mountainous country there through the interior. Now, does it go over the Dominican Republic or Haiti? Too early to definitively say so. But if it does go over that area, remember now, there's some very high mountains, 9,000 feet. So there you go. Yukon Capo Greco. 40 miles an hour is a tropical storm, right? 35 it's on the verge of completing that circulation, getting it wrapped totally around. The inner core is developed when it's a depression. Potential, it's almost there, it's not quite there. But it also gives us the opportunity to issue advisories and warnings if need be. Terry Theros, good to have you. Lourdes, Friday or Saturday, I feel pretty good, yes. Helene Risch, good to have you there. We got Maurice Milouet, Dan Walking the Dog. Hope is in the house. Annie Lacani's in the house with a new pick. Loving that, Annie. You go. So that is a look at Saturday. There's Sunday now, Southeast Cuba. Again, there's some higher terrain there as well. And then Havana, either side, 200 miles by 8 p.m., on Monday. So there you go. Katie Ann has popped in, getting the lowdown on what's going on there. So that. All right, so let's take a look at the imagery. Let's show you some of the models, kind of keep this going. So there's a look at our storm. 1,008 pressure there, so it is coming down, gradually lowering. Najo's in, Lynn Morgan's in, Sally, Yukon. I will show the water vapor. Yep, give me a sec. Carla, Polizzi, Helene Risch, all popping in. Great group tonight. Don't forget, sharing is caring. The radar shows from Invest 95 a good deal of squally weather now from the Windward and Leeward Islands, now approaching San Juan. So there we go. Now, this is a look at the models, and this is going to update here at about 9:15. But you can see there, these are the tropical models. These are not the ensembles. There's a big difference there. Vicki Allen Fowler, Lynn Marie Maloney. You got it, Linny. Renee Thurn down there in Palm Bay. The tropical models look at things a little bit differently than the ensemble models. But when you look at the ensembles here, let's go ahead and do that as well. You take that track, and the spread is way bigger. See that spread right there? That is the spread on the GFS ensembles. And it's well east and well west. The middle ground is right there in the green, which would be the west coast of Florida. So again, let's do it this way. Let's time these out. Show you some of the big guns there. Debbie Nicholson's in. Galen Infante, Beverly Wells. Manny Stacks. That may be a no-go. Look at all those models. Good agreement here. Good agreement through Saturday. Good agreement through Sunday, give or take 50 to 100 miles. And that could be the difference between going over mountains and not going over mountains. Diana Nuyorican, Pam Ritchie, Aaron Craycraft, Phil Short's phone died. Next Friday is okay. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday we're going to have to watch there, Phil. But anything after Wednesday, I think you're good. Diana, thank you from Mormon. Appreciate that. Ocala, Tammy Hool, Anthony Quinones, Mary Evans, get your hurricane kits ready. Well said. Katie Ann. Okay, we're going to get to that. Katie, that's an excellent question. Love that. Eileen, which graphic do you like? The spaghetti plots or the other one? I'm hoping you like them all. So there's Kingston. There's Cuba. Pretty good model agreement. And then at the very end, there's a spread. But look at that. Look at the first arrivals. Right around 11 p.m. Monday. There's Tuesday. 2 o'clock. Look at that. Wednesday. So again, that's look at that. Let's look at the intensity. Plenty of other graphics here for you. I got some cool stuff coming up. Just give me a sec. All right, so the intensity forecast, the H-WRF is calling for a major hurricane. Denise, Kathy, Mary Jo, John Earhart. Don't have the European on that particular one, but I am going to break it down. Katie wants the EGRI. Love that, Katie. Look at that. That's a Elsa go away. Natalie Ann, that's correct. This Elsa is the next named storm. Now, we're going to look at the wind probability of tropical storm force winds and then a couple scenarios here. So here you go. Tropical storm force winds at about 30% on 5 o'clock on Friday. Phil, you're welcome. Gary, you might get your wish. Naftali, Lindsay, Shamila. Shamila's back with us. Shamila's in Grenada. Everybody say hi to Miss Grenada. Shamila, we're watching this for you down there in Grenada. Again, I think Friday morning for you. Lisa GV's in Paula Cole. Mary Jo Kent, Coloian. Mary, it's got a chance to come this way, yes. So there's a look at San Juan, a 5 to 10% chance of experiencing tropical storm force winds. The core of the winds at that point is south and west of San Juan. There's Kingston. There's Cuba. This is Sunday. Now, midnight Monday, the Keys, South Florida, and a 5 to 10% chance for experiencing tropical storm force winds. As of now, again, this cone path is going to alternate. It's going to oscillate back and forth. Michelle O'Tardy, there you go. Now, the scenarios. Why could it go one way versus the other way? This is a great question I've been getting from a bunch of folks. So let's break this part down for you. So there's our track. Remember, we've got that Bermuda/Azores high. That might get forced to the east if the front is stronger, which is what the European computer model believes here. Then that storm would take a right turn and potentially go east of Florida. Again, this is a big if here. Lourdes Morales, good to get you. Good to have you in here. Gina Biddle's right in the house, too. Samantha Joy. Now, if the front is weaker and doesn't come as far south, Florida or the Gulf Coast states could be in play here. So, again, it goes back to looking at these ensembles. These guys determine all the different possibilities. You got tracks that go east, tracks that go due west, and you got tracks that come straight at Florida. So that's why we're going to kind of babysit the ongoings with this front as we head into the weekend of next week. So there you go. Abby, at this juncture, I'm going to go 50-50. But you get me tomorrow, it may be a lower number, it could be a higher number. Depends on what the computer models do with this front up to the north. Now, if the GFS is right, I want to make this clear. If the GFS is correct, let me show you what we're dealing with here. And the GFS is unlike the Euro. GFS is coming at us. The European is saying, not so fast. We're going to hook east. So this is the GFS. There. Whoa, let me back that up there. Sorry about that, folks. So we would have beginning 10, 11 o'clock Tuesday night, if the GFS is right, we would start to experience tropical storm force wind gusts in Polk County. And then by 7 a.m. Wednesday, the attractions, everybody right there, from about, let's call it 8 a.m. Wednesday on, we would have tropical storm force wind gusts. Now, in Sumter County and in Marion County, you're very close to hurricane force wind gusts. And also keep in mind, what happens in that front right quadrant? That's your greatest risk for severe weather and tornadoes. So there's going to be a lot going on here if the GFS is correct. Not saying it is, but I'm just showing you its scenario. Now, a lot of you are I'm sure, asking, what about the European? Well, give me 1 second, Joe, because that's a great question. Lourdes, how am I doing so far for you? Is this working for you? There we go. So there's the high. Couple conga line of waves, 95, PTC5, and then another wave behind that, all getting steered off towards the west-northwest. Water temperatures are not the issue here. They are warm enough. I'm in Volusia County, says Lisa. GFS here, which one? From the past, the Euro. But the GFS has had a pretty significant upgrade here this year. So that's why we're going to be watching this carefully. Now, the wave action is beginning to swell here. Around PTC5, 10-foot waves already now. And then with the lead wave, we've got wave heights in that 5 to 10-foot zone right there. So there we go. Phil, appreciate you. John, well said. All right, Katie, no, water temperatures are not an issue. Water temperatures are warm. Now, so let's do this. I'm going to show you them side by side and then individually. Let's do it individually first. So that little blue area, that's potential tropical cyclone 5. Water vapor is great, by the way. David Seneth, Trinidad and Tobago, we got you covered there. Friday's going to be your day, Dave. Everybody say hi to Trinidad and Tobago. Shelby Nicole, Lori Delaney. There you go. So there's Jamaica, southwest tip of Haiti, and then skipping into Cuba. Very early Tuesday morning, if the GFS is right. And then, there it is, an eye hugging the west coast. And lifting up towards Jacksonville. Now, the European, remember, we got that front to the north. There's the Euro. It's a little bit farther north. So it goes over the higher terrain there of the Dominican Republic and Haiti and takes a beating. The storm takes a beating. It gets disrupted. And then because that front is much further south into the state of Florida, per the Euro, look at that thing getting pulled north and east of central Florida. So Euro would totally miss us off to the east. So there you go. Now, put them side by side. Let's do it this way. A little mixed matchy. All right, so there they are. They're both matching up. But notice GFS is a little bit more developed. European, a little more to the north. GFS kind of hugs the coast there. The European does not survive the higher terrain of Hispaniola. GFS has his puppy hugging Cuba and then going over Cuba, and then look at that little eye developing right there. There it is, 8:30 west of Tampa, going right up towards Jacksonville. So there you go. Sally Anderson, Shelby, coffee, yes. Shelby Nicole over in Sumter. Yeah, you know, I think you're right. I think you need to be concerned. So in the 7-day forecast, you know, we're watching Tuesday and Wednesday for Central Florida. Now, again, plenty of time to watch this. Could go further to the east if the European's right. If it's the GFS is right, then, you know, could be a little bit stronger. The H Wharf is the strongest, but it misses Florida totally to the west. It goes into the northern Gulf. Let me go back to that one again here for you. Show you the models here. Give me 1 second. Here we go. This is the one I wanted to show you. Now, Lourdes, you hopefully not, but it's on the table. Kristen Dubois, Ocala. If the euro is right, Ocala and everybody in Central Florida is in good shape. St. Petersburg for now needs to worry. Maria Gonzalez, how are you? Let's go through these models. I want to show you the H Wharf. The HWFI, H Wharf, is this purple guy. Notice where it heads. It stays just offshore of Hispaniola, just offshore of Kingston. Doesn't hit Cuba until the very end, and it goes over part of the narrowest part right there, and then comes right back into the warm Gulf of Mexico waters. And look where it's headed, west-northwest, following the EGRI. So there you go. So a lot of things to watch. Again, I can't stress this enough. It's all about location, location, location. There's your front. There's your cone. There it is. There's your front. As that drops south, is it strong enough per the euro to pull it to the northeast, or just weak enough that it hits the west coast of Florida, or even goes into the northern portions of the Gulf of Mexico? And that's what we're going to have to be watching here, guys, over the next 5 to 7 days. Over the next 5 to 7 days. Any questions? All right, throw me your questions. Now, I think I've kind of spelled out the possibilities here. Kind of gone over the graphics, the most important stuff there. Waters are warm enough. Wave action is going to continue to increase. Showed you the euro versus GFS. The ensembles again one more time. Big spread here because it shows, you know, the interaction with the front or non-interaction with the front. So that's again going to be pivotal and key down the road. Bottom line, though, is here's what you need to know: by as early as Monday evening, we may have a storm approaching the Florida Keys. Maria Gonzalez, great question. Tampa, great question. Cat 1 is on the table, Sean, absolutely. In fact, the intensity forecasts go up to Cat 3 as of tonight with the computers that are being run on it right now. So the West Coast is at higher risk than the East Coast of Central Florida based on the tracks and trends that we're seeing. Hurricane hunters are not in this one as of yet. Great question. So they'll be flying in there, and once that happens, you'll start to see these computer models tighten up even more. It is moving quick. West-northwest at about 21 miles an hour. Jay Jordan, good to have you there, girl. A cyclone is the same thing as a tropical storm or a hurricane. That's correct, Jenny. A potential tropical cyclone is saying a potential tropical depression. It's the same exact thing. Jerome Tyson has popped in. Jerome, good to have you in the house tonight there, my friend. Jerome's in, Jerome, you're in Montego Bay, right? So we got to watch this for you, my friend. Montego Bay could have an issue here. Let's go back to that track. There's my boy in Montego Bay. It's going to be awfully close, just for now, just to your northeast. But you'll have impacts from it, no doubt about that, beginning Saturday evening and Sunday. If it's slow, it could. That's correct. Saturday is fine. You're fine Saturday. Jason, gotcha. There you go, Jerome. Your folks down there, your local meteorologist, talking this thing up yet or no? Katie Ann, you're most welcome. Wind shear and dust. Jonathan Rodriguez, great question. Hello to you too, Tammy. Tampa Bay or Canada, Tony? Actually, crazy thought here, but this could hit both Tampa Bay and Nova Scotia by the time it's all said and done, Sean O'Neill. Believe it or not. Giselle Tanyan. The land of Volusia County. Erica, we're going to watch it Tuesday and Wednesday as it's going by. If the GFS is right, and I'll go back to this graphic right here, watch what happens here. So, beginning Wednesday morning, there's yellow there. If the GFS is right, tropical storm force wind gusts for you. So that's what we would be watching. Saturday is fine, Karen, and Sunday is fine. It's not until Monday night or Tuesday that some issues would come up. I want to go with the Bolts. I think the Bolts are going to take this thing for the Stanley Cup. Corey Bush, John Hanson, Fruitland Park. Again, same thing here. If the GFS is right, Fruitland Park, it's a Tuesday night, Wednesday event. If the European's right, it's well off to the east. Okay, Tyler Buggy. Gotcha. John, gotcha. Colleen Evans, gotcha. So there you go. Week out, well, I don't know about 500 miles, but it, you look at the cone, and there is error there as that cone kind of fans out. The error is, like 200 miles either side of the center point there. So yes, so there you go. Now, let's take a look at that 7-day. Upcoming holiday weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, rain chances start going up. Temperatures start going up. Rain chances start to come down just a teeny bit. So there you go. For me too, says Marie. Yes, go Bolts. Yes. A wobble here, a wobble there can make a big difference. Carmen Arango. Weekend, kind of like today. Afternoon showers and storms will be with us off and on. So yeah, we'll be watching. We'll be watching those afternoon showers and storms. Jonathan, it's not really clearing the way, but it is helping to moisten things up, so that could be a plus. Sometimes you can get upwelling when features go back to back. I don't think that's the case though. As Invest 95, it's kind of weak, so I don't think you're getting upwelling with that particular feature. So, all right, let's talk about what's going on outside right now real quickly here. It could be, Eileen, yes. And flying out of Stanford this Thursday, like tomorrow? No, tomorrow's fine. You're good. Just some spotty line showers out there. No big deal. When we take a look at Thursday and Friday, the winds do change more southwesterly by Friday. So the heavier storms will be through the interior or back towards the eastern side of the Florida Peninsula. And then heading into the holiday weekend, same flow. Watching that front there now, because that's going to be the key. As that thing tries to drop south into Monday, it could pull this system coming up from the tropics east, or if it's not as strong as being advertised, the storm can just kind of plow off towards the west-northwest. So there's a look now. Independence. Again, coverage of rain is high, but that doesn't mean all day. That means everything's going to be moving from the east to the west, or from the west to the east, rather, as the pattern by then changes. Chris Morano, Scott Markle, Martin, good to have you guys. Oh, you got it, Christopher. Spread the love. Tell your friends about us. Tell them to keep checking in. That's what we want you guys to do here. And if you haven't followed the page yet, or like the page, do them both, because that'll make sure you get notification when we're coming on for these weather updates. All right, let me just finish it one more time with a look at the cone. And as you can see, towards the end there, by Monday 2 p.m. South Florida, South Florida is in the cone as of the 5 o'clock advisory. The Florida Keys and just south and west of Miami. So there you go. Deborah Intagliato, Eileen DeLees, Mary Evans. All right, gang. I will have a full update. Flights on Tuesday. Out of Orlando Tuesday. Too early to tell just yet. My gut's telling me if the GFS is right, it's going to be close. But let's give it a few more days. It's only Wednesday, and we're talking about an event that might happen almost 6 to 7 days out. So the advisories are, let's see here. The advisories are, the intermediate advisory is 8. The regular advisories are 10, 5, 11, 5, 11, 5 Eastern time. Jason Jones, you got it. There you go, Terry. Colleen O'Neill, you got it. Colleen Evans, you're welcome. All right, gang. Let me rock and roll. You guys have a wonderful evening. I'm going to have an update on those computer models as they come down tonight around 9:30. I'll have them for you at 10 and again at 11. You guys keep checking back in. That's all we're asking for you. There's no need to sweat it just yet. We got plenty of time to watch it. Again, about a week out, maybe a little bit less. So we've got plenty of time to watch it. All right, gang. Thanks for your kind thoughts, your kind words, and I'm glad you guys appreciate these updates. And see you tonight at 10 on the CW18 and or again at 11 on West 2 News. And if you haven't, auto-program your antennas. For those of you that aren't on cable, don't forget to rescan and reprogram your televisions because our signal now is much stronger. So if you're watching us on the antenna, you want to go into your settings on your TV and reprogram those channels. And again, you'll get a much stronger signal from West. Now we made a big enhancement. All right, gang. See you tonight, 10, 11. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. See you.
Thursday is DeGrom Day. This week, Jake will make his start tomorrow night in the final game of the series against Ian Anderson. Abraham Almonte clubs one out to left center. Back in the gap goes McKinney, and it's off the wall. Almonte heads to second, and he's standing with a leadoff double as we start the bottom of the fourth. Only the second hit as a right-hand batter this year for Almonte, and he breaks a 0-for-21 stretch with that two-base hit. Jumps all over the first pitch changeup from David Peterson. Thought when he hit it that ball was going out of the ballpark, but it stays in. I think that McKinney had a chance at second, but he double clutched. And Almonte got the stand.